All right. Welcome to Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine. It is Saturday, November the 20th, 2021. Again, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's the same name of the show. We are live on Facebook. We are live on Twitter. We are live on Spotify. And again, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. I am so excited again to be in the land of the living. And I have another special guest, Shantel Hardaway, whom I've known since high school. We end up going to Osborne together. And every now and then, over the years since we've graduated, I would see her at different events within the church body, or I don't know, somewhere. We would run into each other. And the other day, she hit me up about what we're going to talk about today. Having a cure or some things to help people to deal with holiday blues. So welcome to the show, Shantel. How are you?
Thank you, Kamala. I really appreciate this. I hope this helps everyone, or at least gives some people some things to do during the holiday.
I hope so too. Again, for those who are watching, please like and share. One thing that I wanted to start off with the conversation. These are the holiday season, and my family, both sides of my family, were really into the holiday seasons. For one, it was our way of showing gratitude to one another. It was not just about sharing gifts, but it was also a way of us passing history to one another.
Yes.
We had the family dinners, we had the games, we had the who did what years ago, and now we telling the truth about it, type of thing.
Yes.
So both sides of my family will get together for Thanksgiving and Christmas, well, every holiday mainly. And once the heads of our families passed away, which would be my grandmother, my aunts, people that really was really into family gatherings, it took something away from the holiday for me. I didn't really want to go. I didn't really want to be engaged. I didn't want to do any of that because my grandmother wasn't there. My aunties wasn't there. My dad wasn't there. And so it was like, for the longest, I didn't want to. I wish these times would just pass or go. I don't want to, engage in it. And over the time, my dad has been deceased since February of 2016. And so that first year, I didn't want to celebrate a holiday. I didn't want to celebrate his birthday, any of that, because I knew he wasn't here. Right. I look forward to his spaghetti. My dad was well known for his spaghetti and well known for sweet potato pies. Now, I didn't eat it, but he would have where people would every year, especially this time, pay my dad for his sweet potato pies, his egg custard pies, which he learned the recipe from his mom and our old pastor, Reverend D.N. Ford. And so when I see a sweet potato pie to this day, it's like, wow, I know what my dad would have been doing.
Right.
So now for me, it's I'm over that stage of not wanting to celebrate. Now I'm in a place of I understand my dad will want me to live. And
Right.
what was that point of living was celebrating with one another. So now my sister and I, since my brother lives down south, is every other holiday she hosts one and I host one.
Right.
So we try to come together as a family to continue the legacy. My sister has kids, my brother has kids, and my mom is a survivor. So now we still have to live for her. We still have to
Right.
live for my niece and nephews. And so we're going to start off in the conversation for a cure or some things to do during this holiday. We're not going to say holiday blues because I'm not in the place of the blues. I'm in the place
Right.
of um, celebrating life, however that
Absolutely.
is. So,
Absolutely.
so Shantel, what's your story?
Well, during this time of the year, it has been a rough time for me as well, Kamala. My brother passed. This we buried him today, actually, of 2006. And then the following month of Christmas, my father passed. So during the holidays, it was rough because I was had the same family dynamic of both my sides, my mother family and my father family. We did every holiday together. I mean, big cooking. Daddy did all the cooking. Grandmas did all the cakes. Aunties did the cakes. I mean, you just came ready with your stomach. That's it, ready to eat and enjoy those stories, listening, being a kid, hearing what did your daddy do or your mama do when they was kids and how did they develop as adults. We really enjoyed that time, sharing with your cousins, playing, kids in the room playing, getting to share what we do on the weekends with each other. We really took time to have that family interaction. And now it's hard for some of us to do that. And that's because they can't deal with the fact of coming out for the holidays and not seeing them anymore. Even my children, they don't understand. They like, well, why do we do this all the time? Why do we have these gatherings? And more so, me and my sister took the role of, well, hey, let's alternate. I do Thanksgiving, she do Christmas. I do the 4th of July, she do Mother's Day. Like we just started alternating, just trying to get our family back acclimated. And we still here living and we want to enjoy our time that's here with each other. So we can still have some passings to give on our kids. Like they
Yes.
want, they need that because that helped filled us. And so now, outside of just having the holiday blues, we do stuff to interact with each other to keep us from being just in that sad loneliness or depression state. We started doing painting with the twist. We started making cups and glasses, having paintings and stuff. We just started doing stuff. So I just wanted to show we started doing this as a family. This is what we can do. We can bring this a part of our time so we have something we talking about. Stuff that we doing together to share our time together. And I just felt as if during this time, a lot of people don't want to talk about that their loss of someone is hurting them. They just shut down. They go into their isolation, they go into their sadness, and they don't want to talk about what the memories that they have of their loved ones. Well, some of us, we can laugh. I can laugh at the times when I got a whooping or my mama whooped me in front of all my friends. I can laugh about it now. Yes, I cried that day. But right now, today, I can laugh and say, yeah, she whooped my butt for being disrespectful or disobedient of not listening. But now people can't do that. It's too touchy. You gotta, be on eggshells. No, those memories are worth talking about.
Yeah.
Those memories are worth being involved in with your other family members and kids to tell them This is how she was. You act like your mom, Kamala. Your sister look like her. Your brother look like your daddy. I mean, that matters. That matters as your family. It matters. It matters whether you think it don't. It do. So
Yes, it does.
I just wanted to be a part of this because I felt as if I have a lot of friends whose parents have gone to heaven and they don't take the time at all to visit their grave sites. They don't take the time. They can't because it's hurtful. I asked her, make a journal, write notes, write love letters to your loved ones. Take out your picture album, look at them, talk to them, tell them you miss them, you love them, but you got to also be able to know you still living. So to having that family gathering time is very important. It's very important. It fills the void. It really do. It fills the void. I know it do for me. I see it in you. So, if people have questions, I would want to know what would they want to know? How do we get through it?
Absolutely. It's important. This is the whole show. I mean, the whole point of my show is the connections, the help that we can have from one another, from somebody talking about what hurt them, um what did they do. Sometimes we don't have the book. Sometimes we don't have someone to call unless somebody knows personally that you went through this. There was I see a friend all the time who grieves. There's no timing on it, but it does get better with time. There's no, I can't say, well, you need to stop doing this. Things that help me, I I couldn't have like my dad's memorial just everywhere around my house. So I have one picture up with my dad, but I don't look at it like that because for me, he is in a better place. Um, at one point, it was hard to listen to the artists that he loved. My dad loves Earth, Wind, and Fire, all of those types of old school R&B. I was like, I can't listen to it, but now I can. I appreciate it more because my dad had good taste. So it's like, okay, look, when we get together, now when we do trips and I hear memory lane, like I took my mom, um, me, my husband, my mom, my sister, my brother-in-law, and my niece and nephew all went to Great Wolf Lodge this summer.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
And on the way in, me, my dad, my husband, my mom in the car, and we listened to Earth, Wind, and Fire. We listened to Stevie Wonder. We listened to Luther, Patti LaBelle. These are things that my dad, knowing this is who we're gonna listen to all the way to this trip. And so we did that, and it was like, dang, Dad, you had some good taste in music. Like
Right.
before we knew it, we were there.
Yes.
And even with the holidays, is okay, what are we having? Sometimes it's let's do something different. But at the same time, we have to appreciate um, one another to tell the stories of yeah, when we got whooped, what the conversations Dad had with me when I decided what I want to do as a grown up, or me and my husband would talk about. I wonder what Dad would say if he
Right.
was here today to see us together. And
Absolutely.
so we would have these conversations. Yes, sometimes, you have that feeling like, dang, Dad, I miss you. I wish you was here. And then I'll laugh about something like, he good, he appreciated, he approved, and then gone about my business. So we want to put out some ideas for families, like you said, to get together and do paint like uh
Paint
the
with a
there
twist.
you go. Some of us, the family will get together go to the Thanksgiving parade. I'm not going
Yeah.
this year. It's too cold. But however,
Yeah. My auntie
um,
would take us to the Thanksgiving parade. Yes.
that was one of the things we did as a family, especially on my dad's side. My aunts would go to Black Friday.
Yeah.
To They would spend hours shopping. Um, Everybody would have their money together to go Christmas shopping
Christmas shopping. Yeah.
together. Also, they used to. Our family was into Keno, so they would play Keno. Um,
Absolutely.
so that was a family thing. I remember there was always a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle. I just told my husband this, and I have to get a table just for my
The
puzzle
jigsaw
table.
puzzle.
So my aunties and my grandmother will always have a big size, like I can't 5,000, probably more puzzle on their table, and
Mm.
anybody can come sit at the table and put pieces in the puzzle.
Oh, that's good.
And
That's a
so
good.
after the puzzle was done, she would go get it together, laminated, and there was a picture on her wall. And so you could say, this picture I had a hand in because I helped put the puzzle
Puzzle
together.
together. Yeah.
And so I have two puzzles that I bought last Christmas that I have not opened yet. But this is another tradition that I want to do. Not, we don't have kids here, but me and my husband are going to put this puzzle together and eventually put it on my wall to say this is something that we did together. This is something, a tradition that was passed on from my aunties and my grandmother, about putting a family puzzle together.
That's good. That's good. Right. That's beautiful. That's
So
beautiful.
it's different things that we can do, that we can glean from each other to help with the holidays. Um, you guys cook, right?
Absolutely. So I do some of the cooking that my mother and father did at my house. I get down on the dressing, uh string beans and white potatoes, and turkey is my specialty. My sister does some bomb greens, so I don't even touch the collard greens. I just give it to her. She come with the program, and I'm excited. You know, uh, our honey baked ham. My husband, he always been on a for sure program to say, hey, I gotta go get this honey ham, because that's what his job was. He don't cook, but he knew to go get this ham, and he just go and do it with no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the kids now, my nieces and nephews, they was little teenagers then when they passed. But now they're like, hey, I want to learn how to make baked beans like my mama did. Do you remember? And I'm able to say, yeah, niece, do it this way. This what she did. And my niece was excited. She was like, I can't wait to show you what I did. I can't wait. So I'm glad she not in the funk of holiday blues. I'm glad she wanted to participate, and I'm excited to see what she do, whether she make it the exact way her mother did, or she put her new,
Spin on it, yeah.
spin on it. I want you to explore it and feel good about it and want to come out the house. She hasn't been able to come out a lot because she feels some kind of way. Hey, she getting involved in the holiday. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic for her. I want this for everyone to know, it's not just you. We all have been through this before. And by being with each other, we support each other in building each other up. And during this time to grieve, there is no time limit. But during the holiday, you don't have to be by yourself with
You
it. You can
don't.
be with your family. Who cares about you the most? So I
I
just
think I remember one year we also, there were a couple of times where a good family movie came out either right before Christmas or on Christmas Day. And we would all go together as a family to go to a movie, go to a play, go to concert.
yeah.
Um, And now that we have I think they just said the Christmas lighting was that yesterday?
Yeah, that was yesterday.
So that would have been another event to go downtown, to go, and now they have the ice skating rink,
Yes.
something different, where you never know when it's your time.
Nope.
You never know. It's been so many things, so many people have passed just in the last week. Children dealing with COVID, and you never know. So it's very important for the time that you have on earth to be with the ones that you love, the ones that you care about, the ones that um I know it's a short time of thing where we couldn't go into the nursing homes to visit the elderly and
Right.
those who are widowed. We supposed to help and take care of them.
Them. Yes. Yes.
And
We supposed to
so
do our job.
we have to. We can't be selfish. Um, we
Yeah.
Mental health doesn't have a look.
No. It
Let me
looks
say
like
that one
us.
more time.
It looked like us. What you talk about?
But
Right.
people would say a person looks crazy. A
Right.
look, that's what I mean. They would say, well, something ain't right.
Right.
But the truth is, mental health doesn't have a face.
No.
It is not a look. I
No.
can look like this and be messed up inside in my
Right.
mind. At any
Right.
moment, I can snap and you have no clue or no idea. And so these times it's very important to have patience with people. Have patience.
Absolutely true. Having patience, being respectful to one another. We all have cousins, that life ain't like yours. We got friends, life ain't like yours, and they struggling. However, but in their struggle, you don't have to be the one beating up on them. You don't have to be the one painting a picture for them to let them see it, because they live it. So how can you make it better for them during this time to appease that pain, appease that struggle? You can't fix it all for them, but you can sure enough be a resolution for a day, for 2 days. It wouldn't hurt. That wouldn't hurt at all. It'll only make it better. It'll only make it better.
And the same person sometimes that we write off is the one person who has the key to helping you. Um, Sometimes we give up too easy. Um, I know sometimes family can be outside of the family.
Right.
And wherever you have the ability to live well, to love much, and laugh often is where
You
you
do
need to
that.
be.
Yes, that's where you need to be. Exactly. Exactly.
That's where you
Exactly.
need to be. Even if some
Mhm.
people are into sports, if you need to be with the Lions, if you need to be with the Pistons,
That's where you
wherever
need to be. Exactly.
you feel like you can live well, love much, and laugh often,
Yeah.
that's where you need to be. I can't dictate to you um, how to live your life. All I know, some of the experiences that I have experienced in this life, it is my job to tell you the do's and don'ts.
Mhm.
Now, did I want this? No. Did I want to go through the things that I've been through? No. But thank God I'm still here. I'm still smiling.
Yeah.
I'm still learning lessons. And it's my job to tell you how to get over it, how to be successful in what you're going through. Um, Death, I don't care if the person has been sick for years. You're never prepared for death.
Right.
Never. Even my dad was a kidney patient for 18 years. The last 5, I think he had no kidneys at all. Even when I got the call, I still wasn't prepared. I was still looking for Superman to get up and say I was just joking, but it wasn't so. So I had to learn and relearn how to live without him,
Mm.
who was my best friend. When I had problems or issues, or I felt like life was beating me up, that's the
Right.
one that will call me like, you need to come over for dinner. And I'm like, am I in trouble? He like, no, it's time for our talk. So now that I didn't have anyone to call me and say, it's time for our talk, I had to learn life all over again, just like learning how to walk all over again. How do I live not being able to talk to my best friend? So, you know what I did? I started talking to God, and I had
Absolutely.
to wait on the
Mhm.
answer. And sometimes I didn't. But seeing my sister, seeing my brother laugh, seeing my mom laugh, me and her talk, those are the moments now that I have to live for.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because we're
you're
not
right.
alone.
No, absolutely not. No, you're not alone at all. No, no. I figured I had my big sister with me. I had my other sister with me when my parents passed. My mother passed, and then when my big sister passed, my sister's still here. We take that time for ourselves to enjoy each other so much. When you see one, you see the other. They looking for the both of us, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I take pride in that. I take initiative to make time to be involved in that time. That's important to me. Our shared moments is important to me. With me and her, that's here still. Our children are involved in each other's lives. My sister's a grandmother. I'm proud of that, for her to be a grandmother. I'm happy to be a part of her new generation starting. You know, these are moments that we take for granted. People do. We take that for granted because it's just expected.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very important to know that's a part of your family history. That's a part of your generational lifeline. These little ones that's coming about to see us to be together, to share our family moments together, our memories, they need that too. This is a very important time for us to say, let's make the land of the living and our new memories forever lasting,
Mm-hmm.
forever lasting. It don't have to stop because you're hurting. We will wait for you when you're ready. That's
Absolutely.
all we can do. We can't force anything on you, and we can't make you not want to be a part because you're hurting, but you don't have to hurt by yourself. You could come aboard and be with people who love you so you won't have to hurt alone. I just rather
Absolutely.
people to know that, because a lot of people feel as if, they can't tell nobody because they don't want to, show their emotions, but we already see it when, we already see what's going on. But being around your family, it will make things a little better because you get to talk about a little bit of what's hurting you when you express it and let people know, hey, I really miss my mom during this time. I really miss my sister during this time. I really miss my father. And with that, you'll say, hey, what you want to do? You want to just sit here? You want to go, you want to go to the gravesite? You want to go let some balloons? You know, what do you want to do? You want to release some balloons? How do you want to get through this?
Mm-hmm.
People don't know how to tell you that. people don't know what to say. I didn't know. I didn't know what to say. I shut down. I went in my house, shut the doors, and was like, "Woo!" But the grace of God and my little kids kept me moving. They kept me moving and grooving, and my mother's strength of me seeing her move and groove and keep her life moving when her parents passed. If I wouldn't have seen that, I probably wouldn't have known what to do. Wouldn't have known what to do or who to talk to, and how to talk to God about it. How to get my faith in order to understand what the land of the living means after death. How to also, like I said, writing that information down too, you know, keeping that journal going, writing letters to them. That worked for me. That helped me. For a year or two, I was writing everything I can think of to say, hey, I miss you. But I'm pretty sure my mother knew. She prepared me. She prepared, but it don't matter. It's nothing like when it happened. So, and I noticed, us, our age group, a lot of our friends, they don't talk about it. They don't talk about death. They don't talk about, missing their family members. They hide away because they don't, they're afraid to show their emotions. But for me, it helped me to get through. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a counselor, but when I talked to my friends and my family members about how I felt, what was going on, it was like, man, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And they felt bad because I wouldn't let them be there with me either. So I felt bad again, like, well, you know what? Let me get it together. Let me get it in order so where I can express myself in a different way of shutting people out, being isolated, being by myself, lonely. I started overeating, eating my feelings. I had to get mentally and physically and emotionally prepared for now where I am today. I'm not a health guru, but I'm healthy in living. I'm healthy in grieving. I'm healthy in expressing how to deal with grieving during the holidays. And I'm not sad anymore about it. I'm excited for the holidays to come. I'm wanting it to share with my family and friends. So coming here today, I felt as if like, hey, this is a good time for me to express and release. I made it through to get here. And I hope other people can too. I really do. I really do. I hope they can
I was
keep
very I was happy. I was actually shocked um to, like I said, you reaching out to me to have this, and I'm like, oh, that's a good one. I didn't think about it. Sometimes when you get so busy, that certain times of the year you just trying to make it, day by day. um I'm not even. I started looking at the holidays. Ooh, it's the time we off work, and I wasn't thinking about necessarily the holiday with just being off work. So,
exactly.
it was a different, time frame, a different. And I too, ate myself up to 300 and something pounds,
Right.
and thinking I still look good at 300 and something pounds,
Right.
and you look at the pictures, and I was like, how, one of the questions my husband asked me was, how did you get here? And I had to sit back and really think, how did I get here?
Right.
And death, a lot of it was reasons. And then there was a lot of self infliction to
Right.
myself,
Right.
and um, trying to figure out how to get over the pain, self medicating. And I was like, I can't do this no more. So when you start having um someone who knew you before all of this
Mm-hmm.
love on you, where you start finding yourself again. And in those moments of finding myself again, I began to find sunshine again. I went from being known as Camila till you don't have to call me Camila no more. You can call me Sunshine. I can be that for you.
Yeah.
Shine through, even smile through when I'm hurting. But at the end of the day, it's better out than in.
Yeah. Yes.
It's great to have counseling, whether you're talking on the couch or you actually in a clinic somewhere. It does not matter, long as it gets out. Um, a lot of the holiday times I had to sit on someone else's couch to get through the
Right.
holidays.
Yeah.
Um, and then I had to find something that made me remember why I love the holidays. And that's where I am today. Why do I love the holidays? It's my family. It's we're gonna get together and we gonna clown. We gonna joke on somebody. We gonna play games. We gonna hug on each other. And right now, I'm gonna say this: even in you can live in the same house, make sure you mask up. Is this COVID thing is up again? So please, if you getting together with family members, please mask up, especially if you're not vaccinated. Um, I
Yeah.
don't want to hear another story of someone that went to a gathering, did X, Y, and Z, and now they have it.
Yeah.
We know better now. It's over
Yeah.
a year now.
Yeah. So we should be doing better. Absolutely doing better.
So again, find what's good for you. Find what's to put the puzzles together to make sure that this holiday is not a holiday of isolation. It's not a holiday of you being on a soapbox by yourself. We need you to come in, draw in, get strength
Yeah.
for one another. One of the other things that we used to do was my mom would pop popcorn. This is when we had a tree. Pop popcorn, thread the needle, and we would use the popcorn thread as our what that garland
It's the
around
garland.
the tree.
Yeah, the garland around the tree.
So there's ways. My mom is really into. She's very creative. So we would do different gingerbread houses. We would do cookies, different things like that that we can all have a hand in. It's not
Right.
one person job.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that to say our children are watching us and they're sponges. So we don't want them to soak in depression.
Nope.
We don't want them to soak in isolation. We want them to soak in the memories that we are giving to them. So when they have children and we're not around, they have something to tell them, show them. I'm not a cooker, so that won't be one that I'm going to pass on, okay? Now, I didn't say I don't cook. I said I'm not a cooker, but I have stories to tell,
Yeah.
plenty to tell.
Yeah.
So the connection is from one to another, from family member to family member. Even if I was thinking about a capsule, making a time capsule
Hmm.
that put a memory of your loved ones in. and every so often bring this memory capsule back up.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Something
nice.
different.
Or making a quilt or one of those throws that they were making to put their family pictures all on the throw.
Hmm.
That's beautiful. That's nice. A family keepsake, that's beautiful to do as a family, pictures and stuff of your family members that you may want to go on there and take the time and put it on there. It's easy to do when it's important to you and you want to see it. You want to maintain it. You want to have it for a long time. So feel free, try different stuff to get in the family setting of doing things together
Absolutely.
as a family, whether it's little stuff. Y'all can, right, I say go to the park, sit down and have a little bonfire. you know that's family setting, that's family time. Put that time in and utilize the opportunities you have while people are still here, and make those new memories, your new traditions, your new favorites. You know, you maybe wasn't close to this aunt, but here's another aunt you could be close with that's still here. You can do that. You may not know, your other cousins on your daddy's side, but they came to the family gathering, get to know them.
Absolutely.
It's time to start bringing in that family love and love on your strong friends. Sometimes they need help too. Love on your strong friends. They may not tell you, but you can see it. They need you as well. Take that time and be
Absolutely.
a part. Be a part.
I think this was one of the most touching. My nephew just had a birthday um last week. He turned 15. My niece's birthday is, I believe, the day after Thanksgiving. And so I recently was like, they're getting older. My dad, they were young enough to remember my dad. And
Mhm.
so conversations like this is needed. How do they feel? Don't leave them out,
Exactly.
because they have feelings
They
too.
got feelings too. Yes.
And so those conversations of remembering him, remembering grandma. We have pictures, like you said, bring out the family of photos. This is one thing that I know for sure that I do with my husband. We take a lot of pictures. I have no
Yes.
problem sharing, but I take a lot of pictures
Yeah.
because, again, I grew up with the family photos. I grew
Right.
up with that. So at any moment, if I'm missing something, I'm missing someone, guess what? I can pull
You
out
go.
a photo album and
Yeah.
remember, like as if I was there.
Yeah.
So when we take family trips, from the time we got married, actually engaged, till now, I have two photo albums, real big ones, full of every time
Yeah.
that we go and do something. Because at the end of the day, like Coco said earlier, she's dealing with a parent that has dementia. They don't remember.
Yeah.
So when you have the right moment, the right mind, you have photos to remember when you can't remember. Um, One of my cousins was a part of Black History. I knew, I heard, but I didn't know to the extent that he was. And one thing he told me in our interview, if you ever get a chance to go back to Larry Johnson, he said, you don't want to get to a point where the history is in the ground.
Oh boy. Okay. Say it again.
You don't want to
Don't
get to the
get to the
point
point
where
where
history,
history
your history, is in the
is in the
ground.
ground.
So while you got a chance, you need to glean from your elders. They
Yes.
know a lot.
Yes. Yes.
They know a lot. It's um from marriages that's been lasting 40, 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
God, how you do it?
Right.
Like, tell me, show me.
Right.
Like, we had to have those moments to go back to that of really loving on our elders, really loving.
Yeah.
Like, I miss my grandmas. I never knew my grandfathers. They were already deceased by the time I was born. But my grandmas, to teach you how to cook, teach you relationships,
Yeah.
to teach you games, to teach you how to just life in general. We can't dismiss that. So now that my mom is here, what we do every day is she might not call me every day, but she texts me, "Hey babe, let you know I'm alive. Hey sweetie." And then
Mm.
she says, "I love you
Mm.
always."
Mm. Mm.
And so if I don't talk to her the rest of the day, I know
Mm.
that
He
she
reached
texted me
out.
that morning to let
Yep.
me know that she's up.
Yep.
And so now that's our tradition. So this is something that I try to do um, with her to make sure every part of the day, some time of the day, I'm checking in on her because I couldn't imagine being with somebody 40 something years and then all of a sudden they're not here no more. That
Right.
ain't something you just get over overnight.
Nope.
And so we have to learn to also develop, as Coco said earlier as well, and I'm an advocate of it, of having a strong village to help us.
You're right.
Um, our family members, our neighbors, our church people, our everybody.
Friends.
Back in the day, it used to be
Hey.
the male person.
Yep. He knew you too. Yep. He knew you.
So absolutely, we have to go back to the village. The village is what's gonna help us stay strong. The village is gonna help us in our weakest moments. They know you, and
Yeah.
so I don't have to always come out and say I'm hurting. I got some people who just how I sound sometimes. What's wrong? And sometimes the strong ones, like you said, need help too. I need somebody to talk to sometimes.
Right.
So
Right.
we one thing I want everybody to know, even though this was about putting out ideas to get through the holidays, I want you to know that we truly need each other. If some of our schoolmates just had babies,
Yeah.
um, and it's good to see them.
Yeah.
Um, some I would have never thought was gonna have children, both male and females,
Right.
um,
Yeah.
that are doing great. When I tell you, I'm so excited to see my friends, my people winning out here.
Right.
And that's why I share as much as I do, because I'm excited to see some. I've seen them from their beginnings and I know what they've been through.
Right.
And to see them smile, see them have families, see them overcome, is it just
It's
does something
beautiful.
to my heart.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It is beautiful to see that. People don't believe, my kids don't believe that we are still friends and connected to each other from elementary, middle school, high school. They're like, Mama, how do you know these people? Where do they come from? I'm like, we went to school together. We still do stuff together. I'm like, y'all the only ones in this new generation who do not keep in touch. But
Yeah,
we have been taught that to keep in touch and keep in connection of your village, your community, the friends and the people that you grew up with. We do that. We really do. You
I
know,
have. Matter of fact, I was on my Instagram, and one of my neighbors, I know her. Oh my God, this was my baby, my heart. And she was on her Instagram working out. And I'm like, baby, I need help. She said, I got you. Just let me know when you're ready. And so it was, okay, I'm gonna do this because now I got accountability. Now I got somebody that I know and I trust to help me get to where I need to be. Easy. People that I know from elementary, my old neighborhood, college, I make sure that I stay in touch with them. Some of them, when we went into the campus of U of M in 96, said that they were going to be lawyers, said they was going to be doctors, said they was going to be all of this. Do you know to this day that's what they are?
Right.
To this day, that's what they are. So what did that tell me? That not only did we cherish the friendship then, we cherish the friendship now. That at any moment, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
I'm here. Well, I'm only a phone call away. I'm only Instagram, Facebook away. All you got to do is inbox me, just like you did.
Yeah, sure did.
So, it's encouraging to know that we still a part of the village, and that's what we need today. Go back to, and even if you never had it before, I am here. If you need me, I'm here. I'm very approachable. I am touchable. So again, I am here if you need me. I'm the same person that I was in high school. Well, no, I'm a little bit better than that. But however, I'm still the same person. So I think Jamila Webb just had a birthday the other day. So I'm like, listen, I still need you on my show. I don't know why. Everybody thought me and her were sisters because we like skin and freckles. But however, I'm still friends with her. We went to college together. And so we done been through the ringers. And it's time to tell the truth. It's time to tell our stories. It's time to be honest. So these people can know what victory looks like.
Yes. 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 You are so right about that.
If we wouldn't have had this conversation today, I would have never known how many people you actually lost.
Right. Yeah. Because we
And
don't
when I
talk about
tell
it.
you, you don't look like it.
Oh, well, thanks. Thank you
I'm
for
saying
thanks for
some people
noticing.
take loss and they look like life happened, but you
Right.
don't look like that.
Right. And that's because I had a strong faith in family and friends around me to help me get through this, get through those times. Some of my elementary friends, middle school friends come about during that time because they remember my family. They remember my sister. They remember my brother. And people don't know that when I was a kid, they was a part of their life too. My brother used to teach one of my friends how to karate. My sister used to teach my other girlfriend how to fight, So they'll come around and my kids like, "Mom, where do these people come from?" I'm like, they was a part of their life too, growing up and being a pillar in the community or a part of our community. You never know how people touch other people. I didn't know how much my sister meant to them because we don't see them anymore. But when they heard that she passed, they came right to the door with the same day. And I was like, "Oh boy, I ain't seen you in so long. But I heard, let me come over, let me be with you." And I couldn't, and that was the most of all I needed to say thank you. Thank you during that time. I needed you and you came. Or even those cards, during this time, I hope you're doing well card. I appreciate those cards that I received during the holidays. It didn't make me feel bad. It made me feel strong to know, hey, somebody thought about me, during this time with words of encouragement, words of support. It really, really, really can say the village that I've been a part of have supported me. And that's why I'm reaching out to somebody else. If they need support and need help with getting back out into the land of the living during this time, feel free. You're more than welcome. I'm cooking for the holiday. Feel free to say, hey, Shani, I need a plate. No problem. I will make sure you get it. You know, I don't have a problem with that because I will make sure you eat no matter what.
Absolutely.
you know. So I appreciate you. I really do, with even taking the time to hear my story, to even care. Because, a lot of people just don't want to, they don't want to listen. They don't want to take the time. They too busy, you know. But you didn't hesitate at all. You wanted to hear it. And I appreciate that. I really do.
I tell everybody this is not just my show. This all of our show. This is the village. Um, and so when anybody can come over and tell their story to help someone else, because believe me, everyone that has come through on this show, I have gleaned from them. Whether it was the advice, whether it was the encouragement, the story that they tell to promote their music, their videos, whatever it is. Um, I know God told me this year that I was going to become the help that I once needed. And so, with that being said, it's much needed.
Yeah.
It's much needed to have a platform to be able to tell your side of the story. You might not ever be able to tell your side of the story, but
Yeah.
here I want you to, so people can learn the lessons that we had to learn, um, and help one another. We need it. We need it.
Yeah. So
So,
I just wanted to let you know too, not to cut you off, but some other ways to get through during the holiday is also getting some rest. You know, a lot of people don't sleep well. They don't have a regimen for bedtime to get acclimated so they won't be so overwhelmed and or tired. And when you get overwhelmed and tired, you get very well off track of how your feelings are. Be
right.
everywhere. But getting some rest is very important during this time. Like, I'm not saying just go to bed and be in the bed for 12 hours and 14 hours. What I'm saying is getting enough rest. When you tired, your body tell you, take the time to get the rest you need. Don't play around with it. It's a part of your health. You need it so you can be rejuvenated to be a part of any relationships you want to be involved in. But you really do need to get that rest as well, outside of healthy eating, you know, water intake, vitamins right now for sure. The echinacea is good right now. Everything you could think of, that ginger works. Tea and ginger works well with your intestine and bowel movement, and being able to exercise. I don't care if you just go up and down your steps, walk to the end of your block, walk to the gas station if that's what you want to do. But getting that healthy regimen going for your daily living, it will also bring in another light of sunshine to them. You know, you got to prepare, and getting your life in order helps doing that. It helped me. It helped you, like you said, being honest with yourself when you go in the mirror, or if you don't think about it when you sit down and you feel that them grunts, aches, and twists. You know what it is. You got to start taking better care of yourself, and that's mind, body, and soul. You have to do that. You do.
Absolutely. That's a good point of being healthy. Is making sure you living your best life, and that includes
Yeah.
your mind, your body, your soul. And for our last moment and last quote for the day, again, live well, love much, and laugh often.
Yeah.
Laugh often. So this is our main goals for getting through the holiday. And at this point, not just the holiday, the everyday is
Right.
what we're trying to do. So if you have any questions, you want to reach out, you want support, inbox either one of us. We will definitely talk to you. We will definitely, if we don't have the answers, we will point you into the right direction.
Yeah.
Again, thank you for coming on the show. I had a great time,
I
and
appreciate you.
no problem. Again, maybe in the new year, we can have another one of goals for the year, not necessarily resolutions, but goals for the year to start our year off good and see where we're going. Gotta have a
Or even do
vision.
our vision board. Let's do a vision board. Let's do that.
Absolutely.
Let's do a vision board for the new year.
Got you.
Let's
Let's
do
do
that.
that. We'll figure out a day to get our vision boards together. Maybe we'll do a segment of get it together, and then one day we actually do the vision board.
Fine. Works for me.
Got you.
All
So
right.
we'll keep that in mind. I'll keep y'all posted on getting together for our 2022 vision boards. Um, and we'll go from there. So
All
again,
right.
thank you,
Thank you too.
Shantel. And we will of course keep you posted of what we got going on, and then I will keep looking at what we doing for the holiday because I'm sure gonna look for the pictures. Okay.
All right.
I
Take
see
care.
ya.
All right. See you later.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.